Alright, fine, cut the music. Gosh, I'm sorry, that intro lasted a bit longer than I expected. Hello everyone, I'm Ian Nieves, and today I'm going to be talking about American sexism. Now, it's not new news, it's not old news, it's just that I recently, a while back, I joined a group called the Civil Air Patrol, okay? And one of their meetings was last night, and I attended, and surprisingly, there was a bit of sexism directed in my direction. I don't think anyone else saw it like that except for me, but here's basically what happened. The Civil Air Patrol is somewhat militaristic, and so our chief, he said, what did he say? Yeah, he said, like, alright, you guys look pretty hot and tired. You can all get water. Ladies first. And I thought, ha! Ladies first. Yeah, right. That's a real funny joke. I didn't say that out loud, but, I thought it. It was a genuine thought, and I ran ahead and I got water first, and they said, "Whoa, what a gentleman!" And you know, the chief was pretty angry. He was like, he wasn't like freaking like Hulk smash angry, but he was angry to a point, and he said, Nieves, you didn't follow my orders. I specifically said ladies first. And I was kind of shocked by this, because usually when someone's like, oh, ladies first, they're referring to their Victorian age. And to be honest with you, no one really does that anymore, okay? And this guy just rants on about how he's not my friend, he's actually my, chief, and, you know, he's like, just giving me all this nonsense and stuff, and really, it pisses me off, and as I was walking home, I realized that was sexist. That was favoring one sex over the other. You were favoring females over males. I know usually it's the other way around, but really, I mean, think about it. Just put aside your religious beliefs, put aside everything for just a few seconds, and listen to me. Is it sexist when someone says that ladies should go first because they are supposedly entitled to, just because they don't have a penis? I mean, think about that for a few seconds, and the answer is no. Even if you're one of those, you're one of those people who are like, well, you know, ladies are, you know, they're an important part, and they were like, treated unfairly in the 60s, and no, the 60s are over. They happened. We all know what went down with women's rights over the past century. We have the working woman now, okay? We have all sorts of stuff. We don't need the false idea that women are too gentle and must be treated with respect, as in ladies first. My chief went on to describe my act as foolish, as in, Nieves, that's the first thing they teach you. The first thing they teach you. And it was at that point, as I was walking home, and I remembered what he said, I realized that America is sexist. Not just this particular person who is brainwashed sexist. Brainwashed sexist being, he doesn't realize that he's being sexist. But it's America itself who is sexist. Because when you think about it, that is the first thing they teach you. Women first. The way I was raised was a bit differently. It's whoever gets there first gets it, and if you don't like it, that's too bad. I was raised with, I actually came to the epiphany at a very young age that it doesn't matter what your gender is, it matters the kind of person you are. What kind of person you are, okay? Martin Luther King Jr. said something very similar to this, and now we're just throwing that in the trash. We're going back. We're going back in time, folks. We're going back to the 60s, where women are oppressed. We're going back to the 70s, where women are starting to become less oppressed. We don't really, who cares? Dignity for men is going out the window in this scenario, okay? I mean, it just angers me that America itself is just too ignorant to realize that this tradition of women going first goes back to medieval times. And we should really abandon it, because, let's face it, it's stupid. Alright, let's say you have a convict, and it's a woman, and she murders people. Okay? Would you still say ladies first? I don't freaking think so. Okay? If there was a convict in your house trying to kill them, and you were racing to the house to stop them, you would say, oh, ladies first? No. No. Alright? I don't care if you have a penis. I don't care if you don't have a penis. I don't care if you're a freaking alien from outer space. Shut up. You do not get to go first just because of your gender. And I think it's pretty silly to think otherwise. Don't you agree with me? I'd like to point something out at this point. I am not sexist. I'm for something called gender equality. Okay? Now, gender equality is basically, for those of you who don't know, this movement that supports the equality of both genders. To be more specific, it basically says it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you have equal rights. Okay? Equal rights. Regardless of your gender. I'd also like to point out at this point in the video that Japan works a bit differently. In Japan, men come first and women come second. In my opinion, this makes Japan just as bad as other countries. Because when you think about it, favoring one gender over the other regardless of the gender is kind of stupid. It's childish and it's dumb. It's kind of like, you know how you were in kindergarten and you were thinking, oh, she's a girl, so she shouldn't do this. That's like America brainwashing our children to think that either women should come first or men should come first. And, and in Japan it's the same thing. Men come first and women come second. The real screwed up place is China, actually. Because if you're a girl in China and you're born in some parts of China, they will execute you on the spot. They will say, nope, you're a girl in China. And you're a baby, so we have to kill you because males are the superior gender. I don't stand for any of that bullshit, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that it is wrong. What happened last night was wrong because it just was, okay? When this video is kind of like my release, my escape, my way of expressing that America and the world, in fact, the entire world, is a sexist place because we either say men are superior or women are superior. And I think that in some parts of the world it doesn't work like that. It's like depending on how strong you are, or how many people you saved, or how many things you've done. And we consider some of those parts of the world primitive compared to America, when really, socially, it's the other way around. While they may not have technology, we do, and we abuse it in the sense that we do not socially deserve it. Why should we, America, the great nation that we are, put up with these stupid traditions any longer? When really we should be more socially appropriate, in the sense that it doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing. Okay? If you want to be polite, be polite. If you don't, that's fine. But women coming first or men coming first is just a load of nonsense. And it really slows us down as a species. It's just slowing us down progressively, and it has to stop. It just has to stop. Ian Nieves, signing out from America.